Wow. Today's September 28th, 2022. I can't believe it's been 10 years since Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came to Nickelodeon. As I know, ever since I reviewed Turtles Forever, I haven't been reviewing anything TMNT related for like a few weeks ago. As I know, this one is a spiritual successor to both Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go and, most notably, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated thrown into one. But speaking of Scooby-Doo, let's tackle on this show so we can not waste any time doing this. So the plot is simple. When the four turtles go outside to New York City on their 15th birthday, Donnie falls in love with April O'Neil. But as Splinter says, like in the first episode of the 2003 series, they learned there are many dangers in New York City. It turns out that the Foot Clan and the Utroms are teaming up to create an army of mutated animals led by the evil Shredder. And thus, his lab assistants, Bebo and Rocksteady, have hired most of the craziest mutants they've ever encountered. The Pulverizer, Tiger Claw, and Dogpound, who would later become Razor, and also Spike, who becomes the fifth turtle. However, they run into Dr. Krang, who is a mad scientist who experiments animals, and also they realize that April's friend Irma is also an Utrom android, allowing the bishops to make things even worse. The Triceratons are threatening to destroy their planet. With the help of Casey Jones and Karai, they realize things are about to get really worse when they're sent to outer space by Professor Honeycutt as he takes them to the 1987 world as they team up with their 87 versions to take down both Shredder and Krang, both of them from 1987. However, things take a turn for the worst when they head back to New York City as the Shredder transforms itself into a mutant slime ball human monster. And things take a turn for the worst when April gains psychic powers, and it looks like Karai is not the only mutant out there. However, despite turning Baxter Stockman back into a human, they try to convince Stockman to defeat the Shredder, but he rejects their offer. Although he does get a heel face turn, he doesn't get killed by the Shredder, so instead Splinter gets killed by Super Shredder, and April just unleashes her screaming blast, which sounds very familiar to how Silver the Hedgehog came to be. However, everyone attends Splinter's funeral, but Leo conducts his plan before the funeral can happen, as he finally kills Super Shredder and the funeral happens. But then, they set on a new quest to stop Cavaxus from destroying New York City. With the help of Dracula and Savante Romero, they have no idea what they're doing. However, thanks to Mikey's quick thinking, he sends both Cavaxus and Zombie Shredder towards their horrible deaths at the fiery pits of Gollum's volcano. Wow, my precious! Do I believe Mikey is Gollum? Yikes. And then a mutant bomb went off. It's similar to the one that the whole Scooby-Doo bomb scare that happened at the Italy vs. England matchup. When they lifted the trophy and the bomb went up, when I got Scooby-Doo, and it's from Land of Me Drums by Outcast. And after I tore the poster, and I created a mutant post-apocalypse. I pronounced it a lot better. I just call it the Simpocalypse. It's a Flanders dystopia dominated by the Simpsons, and in this apocalypse there are no zombies in London, just mutated animals. Mutated human-animal hybrids called mutanimals. Yikes! It sounds like a harsher idea of how the Simpsons destroyed their city. Wow. The British have been forced to die. And to make things worse, they're stuck in a crazy Jurassic Park meets Mad Max style apocalypse full of mutanimal creatures, and they make it their way to the Oasis where they see the spirit of Shredder among the skies. But then when they're sent back to time, they are forced to team with the 87 Turtles, this time in their 3D forms, to take down Shredder and Krang once again. And it will end with Bebop and Rocksteady saying their final words, "I just want to dance!" All I can say is, the ending is a bit extremely abrupted, But all I can say is, what a terrible way to end the Nicktoon! Wow, I didn't realize Kira Nelly would torch the franchise and run. Well, despite Liam being cured of his insanity and Mikey being founded, it's unknown what happened to this show, but I doubt what the new continuity would be. After Rise and TMNT came to an end, it all came crashing down to me. After Rise and TMNT the movie, I wonder what this new out-of-date continuity would take place. But we're going to find out in the next video what I can see in the trailer. You know, I know it's going to be very rough, but I just had a cough because I have one final word to say. All I can say is cheerio and sayonara and finally goodbye to you all now.